Okay, as you know, we partner at Kerith with a number of national charities, and one of those charities is TLG, which stands for Transforming Lives for Good. And today I'm meeting with Jon Harman, who is involved with TLG, and we're just going to have a little bit of a conversation around what is TLG and what is it like to be involved. So Jonathan, thanks for meeting, thanks for coming and chatting today. It's great to have you.
Great to be here.
So tell us a little bit about TLG. What is TLG?
Yeah, so TLG, Transforming Lives for Good, it's aimed at helping children, struggling children, for whatever reason, whether they're in poverty or struggling with difficulties. It's on the increase, so it's a really important national charity.
Oh, amazing, amazing. So we know that Tim Morfin is speaking at Kerith, so it'd be great, it's great to have his voice into it as well. He's the CEO of TLG. So tell us a little bit about how is Kerith involved with TLG? What have we been doing historically and what are we doing now?
Yeah. So actually Simon Benham, our senior pastor, he is a trustee of TLG. And then you, Sarah, are overseeing it for us. And then my wife, actually, Joey, she coordinates coaches within the Kerith. Currently, we're just in Bracknell, but we've only just recently started. We did have TLG running a bit in previous years, but not very much, and it tailed off a while ago. So we're kind of bringing it back to life.
Excellent. Sounds great. So what's your role and how did you get involved in TLG?
Yeah, so I retired a few years ago, and I knew that when I retired I wanted to do something to help people, and the early intervention programme which TLG run was something that really inspired me because it aims to help younger children, primary school age, who are struggling with difficulties. So that really appealed to me, to try and catch things early before they develop and progress and maybe get worse. Yeah. So that's what attracted me to it.
So important, isn't it? Really, just to try and nip things in the bud. So how long have you been doing that for now?
Well, we've just got it back off the ground this year. So I have been coaching a child now for about 6 months.
Excellent. Yeah. Enjoying it?
Yeah, really enjoying it.
Great. Yeah. That's great. Yeah. So what does the volunteering involve? So if somebody said that they were interested, what would that look like?
Yeah, so TLG actually run a really good training course. So if you're interested in being a coach, you go on a day's course, which was actually run here at Kerith, and they teach you some skills, some coaching skills, and give you some coaching tools. They've got lots of really good materials to use. And then once you've done that, you've done your DBS checks and so on, then Joey will hopefully match you up with a child who is currently having some difficulties and the teacher and the school think would benefit from some coaching. That being done, you spend the first sort of couple of weeks meeting with the teacher and the parent, just getting some information about what's going on really in that child's life and setting a bit of a baseline so that you can maybe do some measurements later on of whether things have improved or not. And once you've done that, then you meet with the child once a week in term time for an hour, and you're supposed to spend the first 20 minutes sort of talking about themselves and their emotions and how they're doing, and then the second half of it doing something like an activity, making something, painting something, or playing a game or something like that. So it's good fun. It doesn't always go, like you might hope it would, because these children have difficulties.
They're people.
So maybe sometimes they wouldn't be able to talk about their feelings or concentrate on doing a painting or making something. So you have to kind of just feel your way with them, build trust. And the important thing is really just to be a positive encourager. That's what it's all about. You're not supposed to be a specialist or a psychologist, just someone who has a positive regard for that child and becomes trusted by them.
That's great.
And they enjoy being with you, hopefully.
That's great. Yeah. So it sounds quite, it's very sort of just really building a relationship and being somebody to listen to the children and really sort of talk to them, isn't it? By the sounds of it. It's
really
great.
Is.
It's great.
And by consistently meeting them every week, they they know that you're there for them.
Yeah.
And they build up some trust that you're there, you're going to be there next week.
Yeah, that's really great.
And it's one-to-one time, and maybe they don't get that much one-to-one time.
Yeah, in other areas. Yeah, absolutely. So I know we're predominantly in Bracknell at the moment, aren't we?
Yeah.
So how many coaches have we got at the moment, and how many schools are we in at the moment?
Yeah, so we've got 6 coaches currently. I'm the only male coach, so it would be really good to have some more men coaches. It would be great. And we're currently working in 4 schools, and another one hopefully is coming online.
Fabulous.
So yeah, we've done really well in the first 6 months we've been going.
That's fabulous.
Yeah.
And what kind of vision do you have for TLG at the Kerith moving forward?
Yeah.
What would you like to see?
I think if you ask Joey that, she'd probably say she'd like to see a coach or more than one coach in every school in and around where our churches are, where Kerith churches are local.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic, wouldn't it? You know, looking at some of our other sites, all of the sites, maybe reaching out to local schools, that'd be great.
Yeah.
So if somebody is interested, so they've heard our conversation and they think, oh yeah, I quite fancy finding out a little bit more about that, what would you suggest their next step is? Yeah,
well, if you're here in the Kerith building at the moment, which you may not be, there's a stand at the end of this service that you can come and talk to us. If not, you can go online onto the Kerith website, and if you go to the help and support pages, you'll find early intervention under there, and you can register your interest there.
That
would be great to hear from you.
It would.
And even if you don't think you want to actually do it, just register some interest, and we can talk to you about it and tell you a bit more about what's involved.
Yeah, absolutely. And just having a conversation, isn't it? Just to find out, well, what kind of commitment would I need? Because that's always how many hours is it going to take, and all of that. So it can be a very informal conversation to find out more.
Exactly.
That's great. Oh, thank you so much, Jonathan. It's been lovely to chat with you.
You're very welcome.
Lovely to find out a little bit more about TLG.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.